What's going on, everyone? It's time for another film review. Today we're going to be talking about another full moon film. It's been a while since I talked about one of those, so let's jump into it. So today we're going to be talking about their film Shrunken Heads. It was obviously released by Full Moon Entertainment of May 1st, 1994. It was directed by Richard Elfman, who's also did Forbidden Zone, Aliens, Clowns, and Geeks, Modern Vampires, and Scanners, to name a few. So, yeah. But Shrunken Heads. So, this film takes place in New York, and then there's like these young teens, I guess you could call them, and they're just causing a little bit of mischief, being themselves, and they run into a problem with the street gang, and the street gang ends up actually like killing them. And so, but prior to that, they met a voodoo witch doctor who is running a press stand, I guess it is, like where you can buy your newspapers and stuff. And yeah, so once that happens, he takes the kids' bodies and makes them into these shrunken heads and brings them back to life in a way, to help avenge their death and take out the gang that caused it. But he also gave them each a special power to help them. So one of the three kids has like a switchblade, one of them has electricity, and the other one has like vampire fangs. And they all team up and start taking out the scum of the earth in New York and try to take down the big boss of the gang and the gang itself. This is like a cheesy comic book style film, with a really ridiculous premise, but yeah, I was actually pretty entertained with this. The acting's hit and miss a bit, but it wasn't that bad. The cinematography's pretty good, and the special effects do look dated, but they're still better than a lot of junk CGI that's out nowadays. But yeah, and for what it was really entertaining. There's some fascinating kills in this movie, and they did a good job at like trying to do something a little different, and because this is off the heels of the slasher craze and stuff, and now it's like the 90s were like an oddball time for horror. And so with the way they did this one, they took a more grittier, darker approach to more of like what would be a cheesy, somewhat family style movie, made it a little darker and a little more gruesome, and beefed it up. And it did a lot. They did a pretty good job. There's a lot of likable characters, and you really want to see these kids as like shrunken heads too. You really root for them. I want to see them succeed, and I really liked how moving this film made that happen and stuff. And then there's always the sad moment where they might probably won't be human again, and they come to realization with that, and it's very moving and very nice. It's a good watch. I really enjoyed this film for what it was. It's nothing to. It's only like an hour and 20 minutes, so it wasn't like super long or anything. But it was a good, entertaining flick. So I don't really have very many complaints. Like, there's the odd actor that was like some I wouldn't like. The boss lady was super annoying, and yeah, a couple of the side characters were really not the best actors and stuff. But for what they had and what they accomplished with it, it overshadows that a lot. So this was a really fun movie. I just wish there was maybe a little more kills in it, and that they kind of kept that to a minimum. But they do take out all the evil people that they set out to do, and with that, it's a really fun sort of like revenge almost style movie, but with an interesting twist in it. And the ending and stuff was actually pretty interesting and good. I really enjoyed this film. It's one of Full Moon's better films from the 90s, I think, so far, out of the ones I've seen anyways. So this was like in the midst of all their Puppet Master sequels and stuff. They popped this one out, and I didn't do well at the time, but it has like a little bit of a cult following now. So, but yeah, I thought it was pretty amusing and fun. So I'm going to give Shrunken Heads a 3.5 out of 5. It's not perfect by any means, but if you want a good little something new and different style revenge superhero-ish esque film, this is probably will be a more interesting watch for you. So check it out. There's a trail link, like always. There's a trail link down below. Also, link down below is my Instagram. That's where I always post clips of films I'm going to review in the future. All my stories. I have the film title hashtag and the subshow film and hashtag, so you're aware of it. And also my Letterbox is down below, like always. That's where I post my first star rating right after watching the films on there. So yeah, make sure you follow me on one of those two platforms. Stay in the loop with this channel. Like this video, share it so more people are aware of it. Comment your opinions of the film down below if you have any. Also, let me know what your favorite full moon film is if you have one. That'll be cool. I'm always looking for something new and weird from them to check out. So yeah, and also if you have any films or film franchise in any genre that you want to hear my opinions on, comment those down below. I'll try to get to them as soon as I can, and if I can find them. And yeah, make sure you subscribe because hopefully we'll find something weird, obscure, and odd like this that you probably never thought of checking out. And or so you hear my opinions on classic films, popular films coming out at the time, and other things as well. So make sure you subscribe and don't forget to ring that bell because we're gonna do another full moon film. This one's going to be more the early 2000s-ish. We're going to talk about Skullheads and check it. I'm going to check that one out and let you know how that one is. Hopefully it's as good as this one, but we'll see. But that's it for this review. Shrunken Heads was quite the surprise and fun time. So definitely check it out if you can find it. And yeah, but that's it for me right now. So watch out for all those silly kids with their shrunken heads and superpowers out there killing all the dorks and jocks out there. And I guess I'll see you all in the next one. So until then, cheers.